Hi, everyone. I am making this recording on Thursday, May 3rd in the morning, and I have just completed grading all of the hot topic papers that were submitted by the due date. For those of you that have submitted after the due date, I will do my very best to get those graded to you within the next week. But I'm going to be out of town for a conference for the next couple of days, and I wanted to make sure that I got this group feedback to all of you who completed your hot topic papers and submitted them by the due date. So I want to say overall, you all have done a very nice job. I was hoping that the very detailed individual tutorials that I made for each of you after your reflective essay would result in some improvements. And in some of you, I've really seen that in your writing. Some of you may be disappointed by your grade on the hot topic paper. And this overview is going to go over, again, just some of the main recommendations that I think will really help, not just for this course, but really just moving forward in all of your courses so that you can maximize your chances of success. So the first thing that I would always recommend for people is to make sure that you truly do understand every grading rubric for every assignment that you complete in the RN to BSN program. Some instructors use videos and provide further explanations. Some do not. If you find that you really are unclear about what a professor or an instructor is asking you to do in the grading rubric, please ask them ahead of time and make sure that you do understand that because that's rather important. And that is going to be used for you to build your assignment. But in this class and in this particular assignment, you know that as always for the larger assignments, I write out the rubric, but I also provide a very detailed clarification video. This one for the hot topic paper was about 15 minutes, and I know that some students reviewed this because it was very evident in their work, but I think it's also evident that some did not view this, and I think it really did not work to those students' advantage. So in the future, if there are extra pieces of information that can help you and your instructor puts them in the course, I know it's an extra time commitment, but please do take that time and review that information because I think that 9 times out of 10, it is rather helpful. Okay, the other main suggestion that I had given in the reflective essay videos that I will repeat here today is to download the free version of Grammarly to your computer or whatever device you use when you do your homework assignments. Grammarly has a free version. I don't have stock in this company. It's one tool that's available to use. You don't have to use it, but boy, oh boy, does it make a big difference. It will underline and catch pretty much all of your grammatical errors for you. It's much better than the spell check in a Word document because it doesn't check your grammar. And grammar continues to be a real issue in some papers. So upload that free version of Grammarly, use it. It will point out many of your grammatical errors so that that's not a problem whenever you go to submit. Another thing that I want to recommend is using spell check before you turn in an assignment. So in Microsoft Word, and I'm sure that spell check is available in other forms like Google Docs and things of that nature, just not exactly sure where that application is. But for those of you who use Word, you know that if it's not up here on your toggle bar, you can come down here and you can find it and add it where it says spelling and grammar. And that really allows you to do a spell check, make sure that your spelling is correct whenever you're writing a paper. So Grammarly, look at your grading rubrics and make sure that you're clear on what's required. Use Grammarly, download the free version or some other type of product like it that will check your grammar. Use spell check in your word processor. And APA is definitely an ongoing struggle for many, many students, not just in this course, not just in the RN to BSN program at Frostburg, but for all of us. We are not English majors, we are nurses, and we recognize that. But learning how to write using correct APA format is important, and it is a skill that is required for a baccalaureate prepared nurse. In almost all of your courses, and this course is no different, we always have different resources and tips and tricks for those of you who are needing or wanting some extra assistance with APA format. So, take advantage of that. For example, this course, I have the APA style tutorial, the Purdue OWL, quick answers, a style blog. Our library has different resources. And then for those of you that haven't checked this out already, I have my own little APA checklist. And if you used this checklist before you submitted your assignments, it would probably catch about 94.5% of your APA issues. And that's why I have it here. You can download this. You can use it in all of your classes, any of your classes. These are just my suggestions. I have a checklist for your title page, for general formatting, for your in-text citations, for your references. So it's, yes, it's long, but it's a checklist that you can use. And if it's going to help you get from a C to a B or a B to an A, then you may think that it's worth using until you really feel very, very comfortable and very, very familiar with APA. I still have to use my manual on a pretty regular basis when I'm grading and when I'm writing. So some of those things are not naturally going to stay in your long-term memory bank, and you may need some extra assistance if your brain kind of works like mine. Okay, let me go back to this assignment, and I want to also say that some students did a very, very good job. I could immediately tell in reading the paper that you had researched your topic, that you were very familiar with your topic, um, that you had a clear idea of the different legal considerations, ethical considerations, and that you had a very firm position statement and were able to support that. Other students really, I think, struggled with their individual topics. It was not clear that students really understood what their topic was. And I think that maybe some additional time spent in reading some peer-reviewed journals or even more current literature on your topic may be helpful. Now, you will be resubmitting this hot topic paper, and you will be resubmitting the e-folio that's due here on Sunday in Nursing 496, which is your capstone course. In other words, your last course in the RN to BSN program. You will need to make sure that it is corrected. Some students, I gave comments within the Blackboard course itself. For other students, I downloaded your papers in Word. If you required more feedback, and if there were more issues that I felt would be better addressed in the Word document. But either way, you will need to make sure that everything is written in third person language. So for purposes of this paper in this course, it's fine that you spoke in first person language in the last section when you were providing a position statement. But when you resubmit it for 496, you'll want to make sure that everything is in third person language, everything in the hot topic paper and everything in the e-folio. So you'll want to take the comments and the APA comments, the grammatical comments, the organizational comments, and all of that information. And you're going to want to go back and you're going to want to make corrections and improvements to your paper and to your eFolio so that they will be ready to upload when you get to 496. And I think that pretty much is everything that I wanted to provide as far as group feedback on the hot topic paper. As always, if you have questions, concerns, if something is not clear, if you need additional information or resources or help, that's what we're here for. So please do not hesitate to reach out and let me know what you need as we move through these last weeks or this last week in the course. Thank you, and it is a pleasure to work with all of you.